Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We are going to do Who is Thinking About You. I did miss my live this weekend. I was super busy, had a whole bunch of plans and stuff. So here we are, going to do it today while I have time. And yeah, this general reading, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person. You can always check your moon sign, your rising sign, or your Venus sign, or you could book a private reading with me through my websites, which is linked down below in the description box. Okay, I think that's it for announcements. Let's get into our Aries collective. Let me just get your timestamp. All right, for my Aries collective, who's thinking about Aries? We got the Eight of Pentacles here, Aries. You could be dealing with someone who's thinking about you as potentially somebody who works a lot, okay, or somebody who you work with. This is definitely someone who is a very hard worker. It could also be somebody who you have like hobbies in common with. So like somebody that you're possibly working on a project with, or someone that has very similar hobbies to you. I'm getting like artist energy as well. What is your energy towards this person, Aries? What is Aries energy towards this person? Oh, Six of Wands. Okay. So you're really like impressed by this person. So there's someone here, Aries, who you see them as someone who's very impressive. Okay. This is someone who's got a pretty big reputation here, or they're very successful, or there's someone who's definitely like everybody's eyes are on them, but you know their eyes are on you. So yeah, this is somebody who definitely gets a lot of attention, Aries, but they're kind of, I feel like, you know, they get this attention, but deep down they kind of are a little bit of a quiet type of person who just likes to like stay home and, you know, do their hobbies. But they're really good at what they do. And I feel like if you're someone who you guys have something in common, like this is someone you really admire, Aries. This is someone you think they're like extremely good at what they do. You're like really impressed by what they do. Tell me more about their energy towards you, please. Oh. Okay. Is it going to be these kind of readings that take these twists and turns? We got the Three of Swords here. Their energy towards you, there's some sort of like sadness here, Aries. There's some sort of sadness or heartbreak or something. For some of you guys, this person thinks that like you don't notice them, or that like, I don't know, there's someone here who really likes you, but they don't think that like anything is going to happen between you for some reason. You might have a secret admirer, or this is someone who things have ended with, but again, your energy towards them is that you still respect them. Okay. Here we go. All right, guys, hold on. I need a drink for this. To clarify, water. All right. So this is someone, Aries, who you potentially are like working with, but there's some like personal issue between you. So there could be like a professional relationship and a personal relationship here. What I'm getting for some of you is that you and this person both really like each other, really admire each other, but you don't know it. You don't know that the other person's interested, and they don't know that you're interested. So both of you are kind of sitting here overthinking stuff, feeling sad, feeling like, oh man, like I'm never going to get Aries to like me that way. And they're thinking the same thing. There also could be, you know, the conflict of interest energy if you guys work together, that something can't really evolve here. For others of you, it could be that something between you and someone with all that previous information just didn't work out, and you're both just kind of upset about it right now. Like you're losing sleep, Aries, you're upset, you're crying, they're heartbroken, they're working on their stuff, they're feeling all heartbroken. What happened between Aries and this person? What is the energy between you guys? It's the one you're thinking about, Aries, is the one that's thinking about you. So I mean, you are clearly overthinking the situation. The energy between you guys is the Judgment card. All right, this is interesting. It's getting interesting, Aries. Tell me more about this. You and this person were brought into each other's life for some sort of divine purpose, Aries. There could be a major lesson here, or you guys are supposed to have some sort of impact on each other's life in some way. You're okay. You know what's cute though is you're both feeling really sad about this. You both want to reconcile. You're both still interested. You know, whatever happened between you and this person, Aries, I feel like both of you feel like there's no like hard feelings against the other person, but you're both feeling like really upset and hurt that something, you know, didn't work out. There's definitely still an interest, and for some of you as well, it almost feels like with this Judgment card here that, you know, you and this person were kind of symbolize a breakthrough or a turning point in each other's life. For some of you as well, as you're both thinking about the energy of reconciliation. So both of you are wanting to reach out to each other. How do you see them? See them as the Justice card. Libra energy, Sagittarius energy is here. Tell me more. They're definitely showing up to you as someone who's very honest, very truthful, loyal, okay? And just overall pretty balanced person. They actually are very fair too. If you and this person were in a relationship and you guys broke up, it was like it wasn't like a dramatic or chaotic breakup. It just felt like something happened and you guys just kind of decided this isn't going to work, okay? For some of you guys, this person is going to come and apologize though. They were very sweet to you. They were very sweet. They're very sweet, very romantic. They were pursuing you. But there's maybe some of you, if you like work together and people found out about your relationship and you had to like break up to save your job or something, like there could be some sort of like legal reason why you and this person can't be with each other, because I feel like you both want to be with each other. You're both like really upset that things are not working out. They see you as the Ace of Cups. You see them as the Knight of Cups. Yeah. I mean, that was kind of the energy I was feeling at the beginning before I saw the 3 and 9 of Swords. But now it's starting to make more sense because it feels like there's some other reason you guys can't be together. Like a third party, but not a person third party. Like a situation, you know? Or again, maybe, like I said, you could work together, but your relationship was exposed, and in order for you guys to keep your job, you kind of had to like mutually decide to like end things here. This person wants to talk to you, Aries. They want to express something to you, but they have a lot of inner conflict as well. They're like fighting it. They're fighting it. Who is telling you guys you can't be together? There's some outside interference here. Some outside interference, okay? I don't know, Aries. This seems like a pretty complicated situation. They also see you as being emotionally conflicted, okay? How do you feel? You're like super stressed out over this, Aries. You're feeling pretty weighed down by this whole situation. Tell me more. Especially like mentally weighed down. The heck happened here? You're super curious about what's going on with this person. I don't know. For some of you, maybe you have your families like don't approve of each other or something. Like there's some weird energy here of like you two wanting to be together, but you can't be together. How do they feel? The 10 of Cups. Yeah, look, Aries, this is crazy because this person feels extremely happy with you. They feel like you got, this is like some Romeo and Juliet type of situation. They want to reach out. Aries, they're thinking about reaching out. This person's been like typing up messages, deleting them, checking their phone to see if you reach out. Oh gosh, poor guys, poor Aries and whoever this is. What's their intention, please? Yeah, this just feels like neither of you wanted things to end. Or even if there's no outside interference, it's like something ended, but neither of you really wanted it to, but their intention is to not be single anymore, okay? They want you back. I feel like you both want each other back. Okay, 4 of Cups. They feel like they're missing out on an opportunity with you. They don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Where's their next action? Aries, they're coming back. They don't want to miss out on this opportunity. You know what? This person, yeah, look at this, guys. The Lovers, come on. They want you back. They're going to be like, screw whoever's trying to keep us apart. Nothing's going to keep us apart. This is super dramatic, but yeah, you know what's so funny is the way I'm like interpreting it feels like a movie. Like, it feels like one of those rom-com movies. It's like a Romeo and Juliet type of theme here. They're coming back, Aries. They are gonna come to the conclusion basically that unless you reject them, nothing's gonna keep you guys apart. And they're very, very certain and sure that you guys are going to be able to be back together. For some of you guys, it could also be that like one of you moved away, like one of you had to move for like a job and you guys couldn't like both go. So for some of you guys, it's like this is going to basically become a long distance relationship. Some of you guys tried to like end things because one of you had to move for something and it was like, okay, I guess this is it, but neither of you wanted to end it. So you know, this person's basically coming back to try to heal things, Aries, and be like, you know what? I know a long distance relationship is going to be hard, but let's give it a shot because I'd rather try it than lose you. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. We have Gemini, Aquarius here, Libra, and Sagittarius. Oops. One sec, guys. It's hot today. Gotta stay hydrated. Get some shuffles in here. Hope you guys are all surviving eclipse season. It's been a roller coaster and a half for me, honestly. Eclipse day, I was like having the worst crash out of my life. And then the next day, something really big shifted for me. Something really good happened. Gosh. It is quite literally a roller coaster. You guys have no freaking idea. Been wanting to do a live stream on TikTok, talk to everybody, but I just have not had the time. Like, there's just so much going on right now, you guys. All right, let's get into Taurus. Who's thinking about Taurus, please? Who is thinking about Taurus? Oh, okay. We got Taurus. Somebody is trying to make a decision between you and a third party, or someone is trying to juggle you and a third party. For some of you guys as well, this could be like someone who's a friend who likes you more than a friend. What's your energy towards this person? Queen of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting here is not the friend thing, Taurus. It's not the friend thing. This is someone who tried to get you in. Someone had you in a third party. You cut this person out of your life. That's the one who's thinking about you. It's the one that was trying to juggle you in the third party, or trying to make a decision between you and the third party. And you said, you know what? Let me make it easy for you. Don't choose me. You guys have a lot of self-worth. You really value yourself too much to be in a third party situation. You're like, nope, I'm better than that. I'm more worthy than that. I deserve the, full relationship, not a half-assed relationship. A lot of you guys have already learned some pretty harsh lessons here, Taurus, and you were able to basically cut this person out very, very quickly. Or for some of you, this could have been the harsh lesson, and you finally decide to cut this person off because it's a lesson of growth for you, a lesson in your self-worth. So it's the one that had you in the third party situation. What's the energy between you guys? I feel like you probably blocked this person though, Taurus. Probably blocked them. You're not talking to them. Yeah, Taurus, the energy between you, 6 of Wands. What's interesting is there actually was quite a bit of potential here in this connection, but because this person could not make up their mind, you were like, let me make up your mind for you. There was a lot of illusion here. So some of you guys were like with someone, but you didn't know about the third party. And then when you found out, you're like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. Good job, Taurus. Good job not getting yourself all swept up in that bullshit. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion and uncertainty about this person and about this situation. And you're like, I don't want to live in the uncertainty. When you're living in uncertainty, you just feel anxious all the damn time, Taurus. Like, how do you see this person? You're seeing them as being selfish, okay? They are being selfish because they're trying to have two people. They're trying to juggle two people here. For some of you guys as well, this was someone you were married to and they were cheating on you. And so you're in the process of divorcing this person. But you're like, no, I'm done. I'm not going to sit here and try to prove to you that you should choose me. I'm not going to sit here and wonder if you're out screwing someone else. Tell me more about the Nine of Cups. You see them as selfish. They're definitely someone who's very self-serving, you know. They're only worried about their own happiness. They're only worried about if they're happy. They can have you. They can have you. They can have you. You're just like, you're done, Taurus. You're not doing this anymore. You see them as the Hangman in reverse. I'm feeling like you guys are feeling really good about this. You're feeling really good about this because you made the decision to walk away. And as hurtful as it was, you're more angry right now. I feel like you're still experiencing the energy of anger and like the pain or like the emotional like pain has not really sunken in yet. This person, I feel like the energy you're kind of going through is this almost gratitude that you saw the truth and it like gave you this aha moment. You had this kind of like epiphany. So I feel like at the end of the day, although this whole situation sucked and it's like, it hurts and whatever, like it pissed you off, you had this kind of emotional or this kind of epiphany here with the Hangman in reverse. Like this person caused you to have some sort of epiphany or like a breakthrough or like I said, like an aha moment that made you realize you deserve more than this. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting because you're still mad, but there's a part of you that's like, you value the lesson that you learned. You know, the lesson is valuable. So at the end of the day, it's like, yes, you're mad, you're human, you're going to feel emotions, but you're like, this is like a turning point for you. You're not going to put up with the disrespect anymore. So Taurus, this person's fighting with the third party. They miss you and they're taking it out on the other person, okay? They're taking it out on the other person because they are upset that they lost you, okay? So they're actually even neglecting the other person. See, Five of Cups. They're ignoring what they still have and they're crying over the spilt milk. This is causing them to fight with their current partner who was the so-called third party here, but they're really regretful. See, this person doesn't know what they want, Taurus, because they couldn't choose and now they want you because you're gone, right? They want what they can't have. That's it. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm getting this almost like satisfaction energy coming from you because you're satisfied that you didn't allow this person to like dictate your emotions or like your decision. Like you're already emotionally detached. You're showing up as emotionally detached, at least for the time being. Let's see your feelings. Taurus's feelings, please. Like there's a part of you that's upset, but there's a part of you that's like, well, you know what? At least I know the truth. At least I can see it from the right perspective now that I know what to do and I can walk away. I have the strength to walk away. You're just focusing on yourself now. Your feelings, you're not feeling anything for this person. You're focused on you. You're focused on your growth. And I feel like you're also really proud of yourself for the way you handled the situation. And if you're not, Taurus, I'm freaking proud of you because I'm feeling someone who is strong enough. Look at you. You're the emperor. You literally took your power back from this person. You did not let them dictate what's going to happen, you know? They were trying to basically control the situation by being the one making the choice. And again, you're giving, here, let me make it easy for you. Choose them. And I feel like this really empowered you. I feel like you have this almost like high from it. Like it's funny how I'm interpreting it as you're just like, you made that choice, you empowered yourself, and now you feel so good. You're like soaking it all in. I love this for you, Taurus. How do they feel? They're heartbroken. Well, whose fault is that? That's their fault, you know? Why did they think this was going to work? If more people did this, we'd have less third-party situations. We have the Judgment card here as well. They want to reconcile, Taurus, but I don't know. What's their intention here? Oh, Taurus. Taurus, I'm going to change. I'm leaving the third party. Yeah, they're Wheel of Fortune. They're hoping that they can kind of turn things around with you. They're hoping they can turn things around. They're coming back. They're going to try to come back with this, like, sob story, this confidence, this, oof, Taurus. This person is a piece of work. What is their next action? Well, for the time being, they're really in their head, essentially just like overthinking stuff and circling around. Hierophant in reverse. They're going to attempt some sort of unconventional way to reach out to you. You're ghosting. You're ghosting, Taurus. You're done. You are done. Oof. Ooh, Taurus. I'm clapping for you. Congratulations. This is what I like to see. If I'm going to get a third-party reading, this is the kind of third-party reading I want to get. This makes me so happy, Taurus. I literally am ecstatic about seeing this kind of situation because it shows me we are empowering ourselves, guys. Like, we are no longer becoming a victim to a third-party situation. We have your energy. We have Leo. We have all fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius, more Taurus, Libra, Cancer, and Pisces. Oof, you guys. Got chills. I'm so proud of you. Okay, I need to take a second, guys. I need to go turn my AC on. It's not like super hot in where I live all day until like the later afternoon because then the sun comes beating in my window. So give me a couple minutes. All right, guys. Oh, sorry. I gotta just close my door. All right. We got Gemini up next. Let me just give these a good shuffle. It's so weird doing a live on a random Tuesday. I did readings all day, you guys, but I felt bad I didn't do the weekend live stream, so I'm like, if I still have energy, I'm gonna do the live stream after I do all the personal reads. All right. One more shuffle. One more shuffle for Gemini. Let's get your timestamp. Okay, let's go, Gemini. Who's thinking about Gemini, please? Who's thinking about my Geminis? Somebody's overthinking about you. Somebody's definitely in their head about you, Gemini. We got the 8 of Swords here. So someone feels like stuck in their head about you. What's your energy towards this person? Let's see. What's Gemini's energy towards this person? Someone feels like they don't know what to do about something, like they're stuck and they're just sitting here like overthinking a situation. Your energy is the 9 of Cups. I mean, you seem completely unaware, at least so far, that someone's like thinking so hard about something. Like there's something bothering this person. Tell me more about the 8 of Swords. Hold on, I'm gonna move these down a bit. What is this person overthinking? This person's overthinking, Gemini. Whatever they're thinking about, they have not expressed to you. Page of Wands. Tell me about your energy here. Sorry guys, let me just try to get a better idea of what's going on here. Because you seem your energy towards this person is pretty good, pretty damn happy. They're like in their damn head. No, you're in your head too. You're not in your head as much as them, but you're definitely a little like overwhelmed about something. I feel like you're pretty good during the day, Gemini, but it's like when you go to sleep, your mind starts going, okay? For some of you, there could be like someone else in the picture here. For others of you as well, if you have kids with this person, there's something like about the situation with a child with the Page of Wands, okay? Or like a younger person. I feel like you're trying to make the best of the situation, Gemini. I feel like you both are. I feel like you're both trying to make the best of something, but you're both in your head. There's like a lack of communication here between you and someone. Tell me what the energy between you is. You have the World card. Okay. Fixed sign energy, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So with the World card, Gemini, it feels like there's some sort of like lesson that's happening, there's some lesson in the situation that you're currently dealing with this person. The Death card. Ooh, Gemini. Okay. There's a potential ending, a pending ending. No rhyme intended, you guys. So what I'm seeing here, Gemini, is in order for this relationship to evolve, there needs to be a major shift or change or kind of transformation. Otherwise, it's gonna fall apart. There's something you're both thinking about, but no one's talking about. This could be something both of you are thinking about that you've never brought up to each other. But for some of you, it's like you might both be aware of the situation. You might have even talked about it, but there was like no solution. But you guys are both essentially just acting like everything's okay, but it's not. For some of you guys, this is like somebody you got back together with, but you've never really found a closure in the way things ended the last time. This person's definitely curious if you're thinking about this as well. They're wondering if it's bothering you. You're doing a really good job of coming off like everything's fine, but Gemini, you and this person, like you either got to talk about this or you got to end this thing, because you two are like in your damn heads here, and eventually everything's gonna come out. Like you can't do this forever. How do you see this person? Hold on. Two of Swords. Yeah, they're avoiding something, but so are you. Yeah, some of you guys are, it's like you guys are avoiding a conversation. It's interesting because we have the eclipse energy on the Two of Swords, so something could have happened on the eclipse last week. If nothing has like been exposed about this and you're both just like thinking but no one's communicating, bet your ass, Gemini, that this eclipse season is gonna bring this out. It's gonna bring it out one way or another. Either you two are gonna both decide to do something about it, or there's gonna be an ending here. Tell me more about the Two of Swords. You see them as avoiding it. Well, they are, but in their head, they're not avoiding it. You're both like plagued by whatever this is. Okay, but here's the other thing, Geminis. The reason why you can't find a solution to this with this person is because you're seeing them as being stubborn. So there's some disagreement here. There's something that you guys are not like seeing eye to eye on, or you like can't see the other person's side. Like you're seeing them as they can't put themselves in your shoes about something. Like they're stubborn. Whatever the disagreement is, they refuse to like budge on it, but they can't stop thinking about it. What else is interesting here is they're showing up in the Eight of Swords, and they got the blindfold on, and you're seeing them as the Two of Swords with the blindfold on. So there's something they're not seeing clearly about the situation. I feel like for some of you guys, you see something from a perspective that they can't see. And so you're frustrated because they don't understand something, and they don't want to understand something. Like, they're unwilling to understand something from your perspective. How do they see you? But I feel like you're overwhelmed. You're getting frustrated because you don't know how to get through this with this person. They see you as the Seven of Swords, okay? So, Gemini. You know what I'm getting here is that you're trying to open their eyes to something. You're trying to you want them to understand your perspective, but they're seeing it as you trying to manipulate them. They don't believe you. They think you're lying about something. Yeah, they think you're lying about something, Gemini. The Empress in reverse. Gemini, this person, they don't respect you. They don't respect you, Gemini. They don't have respect for you. They don't value you. If someone valued you, they would also value your perspective, your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings, right? They think you're lying. And then there's also this energy, this might sound weird, but there's this energy of them almost being, I don't know if it's jealousy, but they're like, Gemini thinks they're so great. Gemini thinks they're so great, but they're not. But it's because, sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out how to articulate what I'm thinking. When you guys are having this conversation, you're trying to explain your perspective. You're trying to tell them no, you don't understand. I understand it here, you understand it here. They basically think that you're trying to say that you're smarter than them or you're above them because you understand a perspective that they don't understand. You're starting to get frustrated. But at the end of the day, Gemini, you're an air sign, and us air signs, we do tend to, understand broader perspectives of things. And, a lot of the time, because our brains are working so fast and we can see your Gemini specifically can see all sides of a situation. So it's you're annoyed because you understand their perspective. You even understand perspectives that neither of you have, but they don't. They only understand theirs. So how do you feel? Gemini, you can't be with people like that. You need to be with open-minded people. Maybe that's the lesson for you here. Oh, you're about to walk away from this. You're realizing from whatever happened here that this person's not in alignment with you. Also, we got both eclipse cards on here, Gemini. So I told you from the beginning, this eclipse is taking this person out of your life. So either you can walk away or the eclipse is going to remove it. But at the end of the day, it looks like you're already kind of wanting to walk away. I feel like you guys are, you're just outgrowing this situation and it doesn't align with you anymore. And even though there's a part of you that really respects this person and everything you've been through, you can't do it anymore. You're going in circles. Yeah, you guys you're going to walk away, Gemini. You're just kind of trying to find the strength to do it. How do they feel? You're thinking about what to say, how to approach the situation. Walking away from someone is not easy. Sometimes it is, but Three of Swords, Six of Cups, and their feelings, they're freaking heartbroken. Okay, they're gonna be really upset that you walk away. What do they expect you to do, honestly? They're gonna want you back, okay? And also, so if you already ended it with this person, Gemini, they're thinking about all the memories you guys had together. They're trying to understand and make sense of things. But you can't explain your perspective to someone that's never seen it. The same way you can't expect someone to meet you at an emotional depth that they've never met themselves, right? I think, what's so funny is I did your September love reading today. I'm not posting it until next week, but I think it was yours. I did a whole bunch of them. So I can't remember if it was yours or if it was Cancer's, but this situation came up of someone not understanding the perspective. It's you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? What's their intention? Yeah, I see the frustration, Gemini, because you tried. You tried to make it work, but you can't. Their intention is the Ten of Cups. They want to go back to a time where you guys were happy. You essentially outgrew this situation, or the universe is showing you that you can't really align with someone who doesn't see things the way you do. You need someone who understands your mind, Gemini. It's really important to you. We have the Knight of Cups for the clarifier for their intention. You know what? I do feel like they're going to come back and apologize, but an apology doesn't matter if they still can't understand you. Apology's not going to fix anything. And for some of you, I feel like you may have already kind of been through this where you ended things and came back together and like try to start over, but very quickly realize that it's not going to work because, again, they just don't align with you mentally or like intellectually. They want to heal things though. Their action is to come back and try to heal the situation. They really want to make amends. They're going to try, but again, it's like you can't heal something if nothing changes, right? Like you can say sorry and make up, but where's the solution, right? That's what you guys did last time. You both avoided it. They want to talk, Gemini. They're coming back to talk. They're coming back to try to heal things. And I feel like a part of you kind of feels sorry for them because you know that they mean well. Like, I don't think they're a bad person or anything, but you just, you just can't make someone understand something. So Gemini, I do feel like there could be one last conversation between you guys, but then I feel like you're distancing yourself here. Okay. Again, I feel like it's an energy where there's like no hard feelings. It's just they don't I'm trying to be nice about it, but Gemini, you're basically like more emotionally intelligent, self-aware, and smarter than this person. And you can't tell someone that because they're going to take it as an insult. And they're not going to understand until they've evolved enough to look at their old self and realize how emotionally unintelligent they were, their lack of self-awareness, and like how stupid they were. I mean, as we heal and evolve, we all look at our old version of ourselves and we're like, oh my God, I was so dumb. I was lacking self-awareness. I don't know about you guys, but there's certain things I did in my past in relationships that I'm like, this version of me would never do that. Like, that's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed that version of me ever existed, but I'm also grateful for it because it taught me so much and, made me who I am today. But that's what I got. We have Sag here. We have a Leo here. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, strong Scorpio. And then we have the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. You guys got a pretty damn long reading there, Gemini. All right, next up is going to be my Cancer collective. Hold on, guys. I think my cat wants in. Moon Pie, you want to come in? Come. You come in? Okay. No, she just wants to stare at me from the distance. Okay, Cancer. All right, guys, I think she wants food. Hold on. Okay, guys, my apologies. My cat was screaming for her dinner. I forgot it's like dinner time, but I did eat right before I did this. She was just sleeping, so I did not feed her. Okay, Cancer is going to be next. Let me get your timestamp. Okay, Cancer. One more little shuffle here, guys. All right, who's thinking about Cancer? Did I unmute you? Yes, I did. Who's thinking about Cancer? Who is... Oop. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. We have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups here. You got someone here who's very, very much happy, thinking positive thoughts about you here. There's someone who feels really happy with you, Cancer. If you are like currently seeing someone or talking to someone, this person really likes you. There's strong energy of alignment between you and this person. I feel like there's a little bit of fantasizing about the future here as well. They feel like you could be really happy together. This person really enjoys talking to you, spending time with you. Your energy towards them is the King of Pentacles. Okay, Cancer, beautiful. You're both seeing each other as someone who has like a lot of potential for the long term. You could be dealing with an earth sign. You feel like this person's very grounded. Like the relationship is very grounded, very solid, stable. This person is, you know, reliable, responsible, financially stable. And you also feel like this person's got a good head on their shoulders, Cancer. Like they're really smart. They make like really solid, smart decisions. Okay. You also, energy towards them is the Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with someone who's divorced. I feel like this person, Cancer, has learned a lot of really difficult lessons in their life, and they've had to build themselves up from nothing. This person's got like rags to riches energy. I also feel like you guys are, if this is a new connection, Cancer, you're trying your best to kind of keep yourself emotionally detached for the time being. They're really into you though emotionally, okay? They feel very satisfied with the time you spend together. For some of you guys, yeah, this person's like divorced, they have kids. There could be a bit of an age difference here. Let's see the energy between you. The energy between Cancer and this person, please. Hold on, too many cards flying out. The energy between Cancer and this person who's thinking about them. Cancer, someone could also be like in the process of a divorce, or you might be. We have the High Priestess here. Oh, this could be like a secret relationship, or like you keeping the relationship kind of hidden for now. For some of you guys, one of you or both of you could still be in a relationship. For some of you guys, it's like someone's getting divorced, but it hasn't really been finalized here. So there's kind of this energy of you guys just keeping everything on the down low for now. You're both really happy with each other, but you're keeping the relationship super private. Like you don't want anyone to know you're with this person. They don't want anyone to know. You like mutually agreed to keep the relationship private, at least for the time being. How do you see this person? The Three of Swords, okay. They could be healing, Cancer. They may have recently told you, like opened up to you about some stuff, okay? Whatever happened in their previous relationship, like really wrecked them, okay? And I feel like they either want to open up to you about that, or they have recently opened up to you about that. You know what it feels like? This person may still be healing, Cancer. So you guys are like not officially in a relationship, but you're kind of just taking it really slow, getting to know each other. So you're talking a lot, you know, you're definitely like spending time together, but you're just taking it slow. This person needs a little bit of time before they can like fully enter a, you know, commitment in a romantic relationship with you, but they already really like you. I mean, they came out as the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So, I mean, they're into you. That's what I mean. You're trying to stay a little bit detached here because it almost feels like you both agreed to take it slow. Secretly though, Cancer, they are not like on the inside. They are not taking, like emotionally, they are not taking it slow. They like you a lot. How do they see you? The world, okay? They see you as, Cancer, they see you as everything. You literally have all the qualities that they like in a person. I think this person could be slightly romanticizing the connection. That's what I mean. Cancer, they're super vulnerable. Like, they're super emotionally vulnerable right now. So they may not be thinking clearly. However, they are being quite clear and transparent and open and honest with you. I feel like they're being honest. I mean, we got the Ace of Swords here. They're quite focused as well. Yeah, I see you as a Ten of Pentacles. They see themselves being with you for the long term, Cancer. They can't help it. They can't help it. They're just really into you. You guys agreed to keep things really slow and casual, Cancer. This person, they are already falling for you. Okay, you've swept them off their feet. How do you feel? They're already thinking way too far ahead, okay? They're thinking about the long term. I think you are too, but you're doing it from like an emotionally attached perspective, whereas they're like all they're all emotionally involved here. This is someone who's like super expressive as well. We do have Pisces energy, fixed energy showing up here. Your feelings are the star. You got a lot of faith and hope that things are going to work out in the time they're supposed to work out. It kind of feels like it's like a right person, wrong time situation. But you're, in your mind, you're just like, or in your feelings rather, you're like, this is the person. I met them. I know that this is going to, you know, play out the way that it's supposed to play out. And you're very optimistic about it, Cancer. You're very optimistic about it. You have a lot of faith that everything's going to work out. So you're very calm. I feel like you're very calm. And there's this kind of cute, like flirty energy here between you and this person. Again, you do have feelings because we do have the Page of Cups here, but you're not allowing yourself to feel too much in this, okay? You are showing up as the Queen of Swords, so you're not too attached to this person yet, but the Page of Cups is like crush energy, which is, that's fine, you know? That's fine, you're taking it slow. This is cute. A little complicated, but cute. How do they feel? Oh my God, Cancer, this person is like, oh gosh, they've already got commitment on their mind. Again, this is kind of a concern if they're the one getting divorced, because they're just getting out of one relationship and immediately going into another and thinking so far ahead in terms of commitment. If it's you that's getting divorced, you're the one trying to take it slow, and they're just like, I can't wait for Cancer to be divorced because I want to marry them next. But yeah, they're definitely really into you. But they are wanting to like do things by the book. They are wanting to do things traditionally here. I don't think they're trying to rush you or anything. It just feels like they felt something a lot faster than they thought they would. Yeah, they feel like you are literally their person, like their destiny. They feel like they were destined to be with you. So in their mind, if they're the one getting divorced, they're like, well, now I know why it didn't work out with the other person, because Cancer is my person, you know? If it's you getting divorced, they're just like, damn, Cancer is like my fated connection, my destiny, my person. I mean, I don't know if you know how they feel. I hope you don't, because their feelings are overwhelming me. And if they tell you all the things that they feel and you're not ready yet, you may get a bit overwhelmed. Because I feel like an overwhelming kind of like emotion coming from this person. Like, it's a lot. Mind you, that could just be because I'm an Aquarius and like too much emotion is like a lot for me. But they feel like destiny brought you guys together. What's their intention towards Cancer? What is their intention towards Cancer? The Ace of Cups. Oh boy, Cancer, they're coming in to express all those feelings to you. They want to offer you a new beginning. They want to be with you. At some point, Cancer, this person may reveal stuff that you're not necessarily ready to hear. And it may shock you, okay? Because there's a lot. Who is this person? I mean, we do have Pisces and Scorpio energy here, but there's like a lot of emotion that's about to pour out of this person. Like, you may be, like I said, you might be a little overwhelmed because they want to tell you all this stuff that they're feeling. What's their next action? Are they going to tell you? They're kind of holding it in, and it almost feels like they're only going to be able to hold it or contain it for so long, and then they're literally just going to explode. Yeah, their next action, Ace of Wands. Okay. They definitely feel a strong spark between you, Cancer, but I feel like they're definitely going to continue to pursue you and show you that they like you and all this. I feel also, if you guys like have not been physical yet, that part is coming. Like, they want to make a move. They might not do the whole emotional expression thing, but I see them making a move on you, Cancer. Let me see. They're making a damn move on you. You may, if you have not like had your first kiss or something, like they're gonna initiate it. They're gonna initiate some sort of physical move. We got they're lusting. They want to be physical with you. How's that gonna play out? What's the outcome here? Two of Wands. Okay, so Cancer, they're gonna like plan some kind of date or something where they're hoping at the end of that they're gonna score with you. But keep in mind, this person, like, they actually do really care about you, but you know, do things at your own pace, Cancer. You can't, you gotta go at the pace that you're comfortable with. Especially if you're the one going through the divorce, you know, take your time, okay? There's no guarantee whether it's gonna happen yet. We're gonna see. There's no guarantee. We got the moon. Okay, there's a lot of uncertainty of how things are gonna play out between you, but I do feel like you got a lot of faith. So that's what I got. We have a Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. So strong fixed energy. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. And then we got Pisces. It's hot today, you guys. I like the heat though, to be honest with you. I like the heat. I barely turn the AC on. I'll turn it on like when I'm sleeping sometimes, but I actually like feeling warm. It's all toasty and cozy. Plus in Canada, you know, we get to feel cold for 8 months, so just soaking up all the heat, the humidity. All right. Leo is next. All right, happy birthday to all my Leos out there. Comment your birthday, find your twin. How are we handling eclipse season, Leo? As an Aquarius, it's been a freaking roller coaster for me. Who's thinking about Leo? Who's thinking about Leo, please? Who is thinking about Leo? Six of Wands. Somebody who's very, very impressed by you, Leo, or someone who's trying to impress you. There's someone who really wants your attention here. What's your energy towards them? Three of Pentacles in reverse. You don't think it's gonna work? You guys kill me. All right, so there's someone here who really wants to impress you. You could be like working on something with someone. Like, you might work together in your job, or you might be like collaborating on a project or something. But you're not impressed by this person, Leo. I'll tell you that much. You think that they're not a good team player. Tell me more about the Three of Pentacles. The King of Swords. Okay, you're super focused, Leo. I feel like whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing here, you're really focused on it. That's why they're so impressed by you. Tell me about the Six of Wands. For some of you guys, you just feel like you want to focus on the task at hand. You may not want to, you know, get involved with someone that you're working on something with. Okay, we got Oh, they really like you. There's someone's got a big crush on you here, Leo, but with that Three of Pentacles in reverse, I mean, it's almost like you feel like this person is lacking the focus, probably because they're freaking so focused on you, Leo. They're impressed by you, though. All right, this is so funny, Leo. Tell me about the energy between you and this person. If you are working on some kind of project, you don't think that they're a good team player because they're too busy trying to impress you. Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Cups is the energy between you. So you're both single. You're both single. I mean, I feel like there's maybe been a little bit of flirting going on here. They want to pursue you. Okay, they want to go out with you like after you guys are working on stuff. This could also be somebody who comes into your workplace, Leo. I don't know where you work. People might come in. Maybe you work in retail. Maybe you work in the service industry or something. But this is like somebody who comes in just to see you. But you're trying to focus on your job. Oh my. How do you see this person, Leo? Okay, hold on. Too many cards flying out. How does Leo see this person? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Well, you definitely see them as someone who's fairly responsible and reliable here. But there's something about them where you're just like, they're being like uncooperative in a way. It's like you can tell they're distracted, but you don't know what's distracting them. Well, Leo, it's you. It's not what you're doing, it's just your existence. Tell me more. You do see them as like valuable to some extent, okay? We got the Hermit here as well, Virgo, showing up. Okay, you see them as a little bit of a loner, a little bit of an introvert, okay? This person is definitely a bit withdrawn. So again, if you're working on like a group thing here, they're showing up as being kind of withdrawn. So you're like, they're not a good team player because they're not like as involved, but they're sitting here like distracted, just looking at you, being impressed by you. Just the way that I'm seeing it in my mind is so funny, Leo. How do they see you? How does this person see Leo? They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking about you, Leo. They also see you as, they know, okay, I think this person is starting to become aware that they're like overwhelming you or something. If they are like annoying you or getting on your nerves, it feels like they're actually kind of aware of that and they don't want to do that. So again, they're trying to come in with this energy where they want to impress you. Tell me more about the Four of Swords. I don't know why this is so funny to me. I'm sorry, guys. I should be more professional, but that's the good thing about my job. I'm doing live streams. I don't need to be super professional. If you've gotten a personal reading from me, you know that I'm very much professional. This is the fun part of my job. They think you're disappointed in them. They're also like super overwhelmed trying to figure out how to get your attention, and every time they do something and it doesn't work, they're like kind of upset about it. For some of you guys, they did something or they're going to do something to try to get your attention and it kind of backfires on them and you end up getting kind of like frustrated with them or annoyed with them. And they're just like sad because they're like, damn, I was trying to impress you, but it backfired on me. How do you feel about this person? I don't know why this reading is so funny to me, you guys. Okay, sorry, too many. Oof, so many cards flying out. How does Leo feel about the person who's thinking about them? The Three of Swords. Do you think something's going on with them? Leo, you think that something's wrong with this person? Oh my goodness. Okay, some of you guys are aware that this person likes you, but you think that they're like kind of obsessed with you. Some of you guys let this person down. So for some of you, this happened already, or this is going to happen, that this person's going to kind of make it more obvious that they like you. But you're going to let them down and they're going to be like super heartbroken, but they're kind of like obsessed with you. How do they feel? They absolutely adore you. Leo, I'm so sorry, you guys. This is hilarious to me because it's like this person likes you so much and all they want is for you to just like notice them or notice something they're doing. Like they're trying so hard. Like they're giving me this like little kid vibe, like a little kid who's trying to like, look at me, you know, like trying to impress you. And it's just not working. Like nothing they do is working. They're overthinking everything. They're upset. They're like, damn, Leo's so great. I think you're kind of out of this person's league, Leo. They might be aware of this. I think you're aware of this. Yeah, some of you guys are kind of like picking up on this energy. This person likes you. Well, this is your confirmation that everything they're doing, you're like, why does this person act so strange? Well, the reason is, Leo, because they freaking like you a lot. And so they're doing all this weird stuff to try to get your attention, but they don't realize how it's coming off to you. What is their intention towards you, Leo? It's just so funny, like, okay. Their intention is to try to show up more like brave and confident. Again, because they've kind of just been doing things to hint at you, but now they're wanting to like be more direct, but they're also conflicted about it. They're also really conflicted. What's their next action? They don't want to cause any more problems, is what I'm getting. What is their next action? To overthink. To just overthink and be in their head. Okay, they're like, damn, everything I do is backfiring on me. What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, they're still like really in their head about you and really in their feelings about you, and they don't know what to do. So I don't really see them necessarily taking any action because right now they're just like trying not to annoy you. What's the outcome for this week, please? Again, I'm just going back and forth. They're trying to figure out what they should do. Because for some of you guys, what I'm seeing is that they are like, should I just stop? Should I just stop doing this? Should I keep trying? They're just kind of like going back and forth on like what to do about this situation. They just don't know. They don't know what to do. They're juggling their emotions. They're juggling their thoughts. And they're just all over the damn place. This person's really out of balance, Leo. So that's what I got. We have your energy here. We have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and Libra. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to open my window a little more. Is it? No, the heat's coming from outside. It looks windy. That's why. I thought there's like air coming in, but yes, don't yell at me. I have the AC on and the window open. I like to be connected to the outdoors because all winter we're like enclosed. You know what I mean? All winter we're just enclosed in this space, and I don't know who else likes to have their windows open. I just love to have my windows open because I just feel that even though I'm inside, I still have this kind of like connection to the outside and to nature and everything. Does anybody else get that? All right, we're gonna do Virgo next. All right, Virgo's time stamp. 103. Let's put 104. Giving you guys a little bit of a longer read today because I feel bad I missed it on Saturday. All right, who's thinking about Virgo? Who's thinking about Virgo, please? Who's thinking about Virgo? Oh, Ace of Cups. All right, somebody likes you, Virgo. There's someone here who wants to express their feelings to you. For some of you guys, this is like the person you just started dating. What's your energy towards them? Or someone you're like, you're getting to know, or you're in like a new relationship with. Oh, never mind. You're not interested. Oh my God, the readings today are so funny to me. I mean, at least they're not like, you know, sometimes the energy just sucks. But A lot of these just feel like people like you, but you don't like them. All right, Virgo, you are not interested in someone who's interested in you. You don't feel like you two are aligned, okay? Tell me more about why you're not interested in this person. Why is Virgo not interested? For some of you guys, it's that you don't feel emotionally aligned, or you're wrapping up a cycle. For some of you guys, this feels like somebody who you know is trying to come back and re-enter a cycle with you, and you're already done with this. Or somebody new comes in, but they have the same characteristics as like the people who you've wrapped up a cycle with. So, you know, sometimes the universe will bring, like, you've been in a karmic cycle with someone and you're done with it, but then the universe brings in a different person, almost as like a test, who's very similar to the person you just ended the cycle with, just to see if you're ready to actually begin a new cycle, or if you've like fully ended it. Because if you're not ready to walk away from, maybe you walked away from that person, but if you're not ready to walk away from that lesson or that cycle, you know, we get tested, right? We definitely get tested. Oof. The devil. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, Virgo. You got someone here who's basically showing up as the toxic qualities or the bad qualities or the old attachment style, okay? So yeah, for some of you guys, it's like you very quickly recognize the qualities in this person and how similar they were to the qualities of the cycle you just walked away from, and you're like, nope, no thanks, been there, done that, not doing that shit again. But yeah, this person, if you walked away from them, they are still thinking about you. For some of you guys, you're about to walk away. For some of you, this is like a prediction. So, you know, it's you just meeting someone. Maybe you just met them or you're just about to meet them, but very, very quickly you recognize the qualities. And for some of you, they're love bombing. Okay, so as soon as you pick up on the fact that they're love bombing, you're out of there. You're like, nope, I'm done. I'm not doing this again. Good job for learning the lesson, Virgo. What's the energy between you and this person? Also, you guys are finally free from all the eclipses as the North and South Node have moved out of Pisces and Virgo. So you officially have learned your lesson, Virgo. I'm very, very proud of you guys. I love these kind of readings where, you know, we learned and we walk away and we're done. It pains me to do these readings where you guys are like still in the lesson, you know, because I've been there and I know how hard it is. What's the energy between Virgo and this person? You definitely are not on the same page, Virgo. You definitely do not see eye to eye. That Three of Pentacles, I put it back upright. I put everything back upright and it came out in reverse again. Yeah, you don't see this person, or like you guys are just not a good match. You're not aligned. You don't have the same values, the same goals, the same, you know, ideas. And so the universe was essentially just testing you to see if you truly have grown out of this, or if you know, if you're going to go back and test it out again. Sometimes we need like a few tests before the lesson is fully learned. And you might even have another person like this come in just to test you, Virgo. That happened to me, and it happened to me like a few times, and it happened to me like even several years after I considered myself healed, and it kind of catches you off guard. So the test might get harder and harder, and it might be someone who's better at kind of hiding that, and you're being asked to like be very, very discerning to people that are coming into your life. You're both like yeah, you're both you butt heads, okay? Seven of Wands is here. You really, really realize very quickly that you need to protect yourself from someone. You're not, so for some of you, your lesson that you learned was that you were always being way too compromising with people and you weren't assertive enough. And so as soon as you got a hint of this person expecting you to compromise all the time, you're like, nope, I'm out of there. And it's not because you're selfish, it's because you've seen this before. You've seen this movie before. You know where this is going. You see them as the fool. So it's funny because they kind of portray themselves very innocently. They portray themselves as like super naive. Like they, you know, they're just this like fun loving, living in the moment type of person. But they're showing up as the devil, Virgo. And you know, you've seen the signs. The Hanged Man. Okay. This person, you see them as someone who, you know, is very stuck. Okay. Someone who's very stuck in their ways. There's definitely things that showed up to you about this person where you're like, again, it's like little pings in your mind, little alarms going off in your gut, little red flags showing up. And also sometimes when the universe brings like a person to test us, it's also just to show us like how much progress we made. So, you know, you've done your healing, someone new comes in, and how quickly you realize you're looking at the whole situation and you're like, oh wow, in the past I would have fallen for that, but this time I didn't. So it's almost like a lesson, but it's also you learning to trust yourself. So you applying the lesson. It's like integrating the lesson into real life, right? So it's not always like a test. Sometimes it's more of that, like the universe giving you an opportunity to integrate the lesson, right? So you can see the difference between that and between what you are, you know, what you're wanting, what you do want and what you don't want, basically. How does this person see Virgo? The Knight of Pentacles. They see you as being cautious, okay? They understand you're very cautious. They also see you as stubborn, okay? They're like, Virgo's so stubborn, so set in their ways. But you've evolved so much. How do you feel? I don't know about you guys, this eclipse season, I've been having like the craziest time. The breakthroughs and everything. Crazy. All right, your feelings are the Seven of Swords, Virgo. So again, you don't trust them. You can see these red flags from a mile away. So also, again, this is the universe showing you how far you've come. And you're like, all right, I've seen what I needed to see. You're staying single. You're not even entertaining this. How do they feel? Oh my God. Devil, Seven of Swords, and the Emperor in one reading? Oh, hell no, Virgo. You got a classic, like, narcissist kind of energy here. And I actually hate throwing the word narcissist around because I feel like it's so freaking trendy, and not everybody is a narcissist. A lot of people have narcissistic tendencies, but if you've ever experienced an actual narcissist, you know what I mean. This person, they're essentially, again, they're trying to show up very innocently. They're trying to come off as like they're this cute little innocent flirty person, but behind that they know what they're doing, Virgo, and you know. I don't even really want to waste too much time reading this person. What's their intention? Are they going to keep bugging you? They're going to walk away. They're going to amp up their game here. They're like, okay, I need to change my personality again to trick Virgo. Virgo, what I'm getting here, look, this person's trying to figure out information about you, so they're trying to figure out who they need to be to manipulate. This is hilarious because they don't even realize that you're so aware of their shit already. They're not even a real, not that they're not a real person, but they don't even know who they are. They have to change who they are to try to manipulate people. And if you're laughing at this, like, guys, I know what you mean, because as you evolve, like there's so many people that you just see things from a different perspective, and it's like everything just becomes funny, you know? You get to a point in your growth where everything is just literally funny. Like you don't even emotionally react to stuff anymore. You're just laughing because you already can see from such a higher perspective, and it's not in a way that you think you're like better or smarter than everyone, but well, you're kind of smarter than everyone because you understand things on a level that a lot of people are operating from these like lower vibrations. And oh man, anyway, they're gonna do something pretty unexpected here. They're gonna either say or do something that's really gonna catch you off guard, and that's what they want. They either want to try to catch you off guard, Virgo, or they're trying to get some kind of reaction out of you. And the purpose of them trying to get a reaction out of you is to see how far they have to push you in order to know what they have to do to get control over you. But I'm not worried, Virgo. I'm not worried about this because I feel like you guys are like like you get it, you know. And if you don't, just that's what this reading was for. You're healing though. You know what's going on. They're going to do something, try to get a reaction out of you. So they're watching you. They're trying to learn information about you. They could be like watching your social media and stuff because they're trying to figure out information to, one, become who they need to be to get your attention, and two, try to get a reaction out of you, because again, if someone can control your emotions, they got control over you. So we got Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, strong fixed energy. We have Capricorn, we have Aries, Pisces, and Gemini. I'm actually loving these readings today, you guys. I think the eclipse, like, seriously did something to everybody. I know it did for me, but this is the first reading I've done since the eclipse, and it feels like there's a lot of really, like, changed, like, different energy here. I don't know, because it's like so many of us had, like, breakthroughs on the eclipse. And they're still coming, guys. We're in the eclipse portal right now, so, you know, eclipse season in general, but especially between the two eclipses, that's when the change really, really comes. All right, Libra is next. For my Libras. Let me get your timestamp. We are at 1:16:30. Okay, Libra. Who is thinking about Libra? Who's thinking about Libra, please? There is a fire sign, possible fire sign here, who's very curious about you. You've sparked someone's interest, Libra. You've sparked their curiosity. You've sparked their flame, their inner flame. They are really attracted to you. There's someone who's definitely, like, feeling like a spark between you and them. Let's see if you feel the spark. What's Libra's energy towards this person? The High Priestess. Okay, why? The Star in reverse. Okay, Libra. You are, like, not revealing too much to someone. Whatever you have revealed has really got this person intrigued. Some of you could be doing this on purpose because you don't want to reveal too much too quickly. On purpose, in the way that you're like, let's see if I don't tell them much if they're still interested. Because I feel like you guys may have this experience where when you tell people certain things about you, you think that they're just interested in you for specific reasons. There's something that you don't tell people right away when you meet them. It could be something, Libra, about, it's something that you feel like people could take advantage of you for. It's not like a secret you're keeping, okay? Some of you guys are also, like, really psychic or intuitive here. And there's a part of you that's not sure about this person yet. With the Star in reverse, this is telling me that you don't know if this person is being authentic with you. And you also are not sure if you have a lot of faith in this connection. Some of you guys went silent on someone here as well. They're not what you want. You may have, like, gone on a first date or something with someone, or you went out on a couple dates with someone, and you realize very quickly this person is not at all what you want. What I'm getting is that you need someone who's aligned with you, Libra. Everybody does. And you're a very spiritual person. You may have, like, psychic gifts or, like, certain qualities about you that you don't reveal very quickly, but makes you read people very well, but you don't tell them that. You don't tell them that. You just observe, right? And what I'm seeing here is this person, you know, they're very much grounded in the physical energy. So for you, you're very grounded in the spiritual energy. So you need someone on the same level as you. What's the energy between you and this person, Libra? Almost every reading today has been like someone who's interested in you, but you're not interested. This is probably really good news because it's showing me the collective is evolving. We are evolving here. We are not just giving someone attention because they like us. You know, we We are deciding what's good for us and what's worthy of our attention, and we are not accepting anything less than we deserve. We have the Page of Cups here. So there's a little bit of back and forth flirting here, you know, a little bit of fun. I feel like you guys went out on maybe like 1 or 2 dates with this person. But you are, and again, the eclipse energy keeps showing up here, 8 of Cups. This eclipse really like leveled everyone up, didn't it? How do you see them? I also feel like this person just is like less mature than you, or like less experienced than you. Less experienced in, again, like in the spiritual. You know what else is coming to me too, Libra, is this energy of like someone just doing the typical generic things they think they're supposed to do in dating, and you're just like, oh God, I'm so over it. Like you have no self-awareness. You see them as the 10 of Wands. They would be a burden to you. You also, again, a lot of you guys, like, I don't know if you see auras or you are like super intuitive or super sensitive, but there's something about this person that they're carrying a lot of burdens. Like they're carrying a lot. Their energy is very heavy. Yeah, you do see them as someone who has a lot of love to give. They're showing up to you as someone who's very open-hearted, very sweet, very loving. But there's a part of them that's like carrying this burden. And it's almost like they're looking for love, and they think that if they find like a good feeling, it's going to replace the bad feeling. But again, most people don't realize that they have to do work on themselves. They're viewing you as the 6 of Swords and the Magician. Okay, so they do get the feeling you're kind of moving on. They really like you though, Libra. And I'm not saying that to try to like convince you. You know who you need to give a chance. You know how many first dates I went on, Libra, and I automatically kind of knew that this isn't gonna work. Once you get to a certain point in your healing, like you just know right away. You know right away. They're viewing you as the Magician though, so they do see you as someone who's like very magical, very resourceful. They're looking at you like, damn, Libra can get whatever they want. But yeah, they're pretty aware you're moving on. They're just still thinking about you. For some of you guys, I feel like they're like fantasizing sexually about you. How do you feel? You're moving on, Libra. You're moving forward. And we have the Emperor. Sorry, trying to pick up the card here. The Emperor. Again, Libra, standing in your power. You know what you want. You know the direction you're going. You know what you want. You don't need to waste your time. So, again, I don't know who just got this. I don't know. One of the recent signs just got this, that it's like, you kind of know if you don't want something and you're just empowered enough to walk away. You have enough self-worth to not entertain something that you don't feel like is worthy of you. In their feelings, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles here. This person thinks you and them would make a really good team. They don't know you. They don't know you that well. It's so funny because I'm getting that they've said, like, I'm seeing you guys rolling your eyes at this person. So it's almost like 1 or 2 dates in, they're like, I think we would be really good together. And you're like, how the hell would you know that? How would you even know that? There's so much I haven't revealed to you, right? Yeah. But they feel like they feel like you guys would be good together. They're hoping, they're wishing for it, but they're not going to be chasing you down, you know. They're kind of realizing that this isn't going anywhere. They just wish it did. What is their intention? I think they're realizing too, Libra, that you're out of their league in some way. And their intention is to actually become more mature. They showed up as the Page of Wands in the beginning, and their intention is the King of Wands. So I feel like they're realizing they need to like show up as a little bit more mature. I don't necessarily think they're going to be chasing you down or coming after you. I just think that they've had some sort of realizations. You know, sometimes we're brought into people's lives to kind of open their eyes about something, especially when you do a lot of work on yourself. Like, you'll find you attract a lot of people that need healing, and sometimes just having an experience with you helps them along their journey and helps you as well, right? They're trying to make some sort of decision here. For some of you guys, yeah, they do want to reach out to you. They're just like, they're so confused. You got this person like overthinking and stuff. They've never met someone like you, Libra. They've never met someone like you, so they're just like, what just happened? Libra's a one of a kind. The outcome is the Hanged Man. I mean, you not tried, but the universe tries to show this person something through you to help them to sort of like level up or evolve. And they had like the little epiphany, the little moment, but essentially they just did not really do anything. So they're still stuck. We have Pisces here, Aries, strong Pisces. We have Aquarius, Cancer, and Gemini. It's so funny because when I start a reading off and it's just like, you're not interested, but they are, I'm like, Libra probably doesn't even want to hear about this person. But tis what it is. Sometimes, guys, if the reading says like a person you're not interested in is thinking about you, there might be some sort of information that you can take from the reading. But I also understand if you don't want to watch the rest of it because what's the point, But anyway, some water. I think the point of those readings is to essentially like, reflect back to you the growth that you've been doing. That it's like the universe recognizing that you choosing to walk away is like you standing in your power, because whatever other sign got that, I can't remember which one, but they got similar cards in the sense that it was like the Emperor being in the feelings, right? It's like feeling empowered. So when when you meet someone, you're like, well, I've done all this work on myself, but I'm attracting someone who's not aligned to me. Well, sometimes it's to show you how far you've come in your progress and like how fast you realize that compared to like the past version of you that maybe didn't realize those things because you were still in the position that person was in, where they're getting all caught up in their emotions and they're analyzing and romanticizing stuff. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I prefer those kind of readings over the ones where I see you guys like, being with someone and you deserve better, So kudos to everyone who's evolving. Takes a lot of work, but it's worth it. All right, Scorpio is next. Who is thinking about Scorpio? Who is thinking about my Scorpios? That's too many, guys. Who's thinking about Scorpio? Okay, we do have a Page of Wands here. I mean, just show up in reverse. There's someone who's really curious about you here, Scorpio. Pages in reverse always give me like immature energy, childish energy. What's your energy towards this person? What's Scorpio's energy towards this person? Oh, man. Yeah, they are immature, at least compared to you. You're showing up as a king. They're showing up as a page. Oof. We got good readings today. I mean, like I said, I'm not like crazy about these readings because I feel like, oh, you're not interested in someone, they're interested in you. What's the point? But I understand the point now. It's to show you how much you've evolved. So, yeah, you're showing up as the King of Wands. You have a really strong presence about you, Scorpio, very intense energy, and I feel like you kind of like make this person feel the fact that Page of Wands is showing up upside down. It's almost like you throw them for a loop, Tell me more about this Page of Wands. Like you sweep them off their feet a little bit. They're super into you, really attracted to you. Okay, Three of Swords. Wow, we got a theme in today's readings, you guys. This person's feeling a little heartbroken over you. Tell me more about the King of Wands. They're not taking it well, whatever happened here. Tell me about the King of Wands for Scorpio. I mean, I'm assuming with the Three of Swords that you probably let this person down easy or something. Tell me about the King of Swords. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, so you're showing up as like the almost like divine masculine and feminine version of the Wands, and they're showing up as the Page of Wands. So side note, I'm not going to focus on this particular information that's coming to me. Some of you guys you have a child that's like going through their first heartbreak or something, or they're going through something hard, and I feel like you're trying to like empower them and like give them confidence somehow. So if that's the case, it's like your child that's thinking about you and thinking about all the things that you said to them. Okay, so Scorpio, you're definitely showing up as someone who's got a very magnetic kind of energy here. Very strong sexual energy as well. This person, you see that you already know this person won't be able to handle you. But people that lack awareness aren't aware that they can't handle an energy like yours. They're just really intrigued by it. What's the energy between you and them? You got a really balanced, like, masculine and feminine energy, Scorpio. Especially in the spiritual sense. Like, you're very balanced. You intimidate both genders here. What's the energy between Scorpio and this person? Okay, guys, the Ten of Pentacles sort of popped out and went back in the deck. So yeah, for some of you, this is like a family situation, but I'm trying to focus on the love aspect of things. So we got the Three of Cups here. For some of you guys, there was like a friend that wanted to be more than friends. And, you know, I feel like you probably turned them down and they're a little bit upset about it. For others of you, there could have been like a third party situation since we got the King and the Queen and the Page here. For some of you guys, the third party, you were with someone and they ended something with the third party, and the third party's the one who's thinking about you. And the third party is feeling heartbroken. So what I'm getting is like you or the other person was with somebody who was not like in alignment with you or them. And then you guys met each other and realized that like the King and the Queen were much more in alignment. And so this Page kind of got booted out of the picture here. And yeah, they're really heartbroken. So for some of you guys, it's the third party that's thinking about you. Okay. And if you know, they got broken up with so that the other person could be with you, they're just like really upset over the situation. Or if you broke up with them, whatever the situation is, there's a third party thinking about you. You see this person as the Fool, okay? You see them, again, very naive, very young energy, very immature energy kind of showing up here with this person. Yeah, it feels like the third party. Again, take it as it resonates, guys, but some of you guys got the third party thinking about you. Tell me how else you see this person. You and the one who's the one you're with had like an instant connection here. The High Priestess, the Fool. It's so funny because you see this person as like they have the ability to be very wise, but they choose not to be. For some of you guys as well, it's like you didn't know about the third party, but I feel like you're still giving your person a chance because when you found out about the third party, they broke up with them. So it's like you're seeing them as like, you're seeing the third party as like the secret. Okay. Tell me about how this person sees you, the third party, please. So they understand that you are a lot more mature and a lot more stable, but they're really upset. They feel like you kind of like sabotaged the connection. Okay. They honestly, they're like overthinking why you got chosen over them, or why like why you chose someone else over them. How do you feel, Scorpio? Empress, okay. You know your worth. So Scorpio, if it was you guys in the relationship with this like inexperienced, younger, immature person, and then you met someone who's on your level, you're just doing what you need to do for you, because you're realizing that, you know, you need to be with someone who's aligned with you and you see your worth. You weren't trying to like hurt this person. Yeah, you just wanted to end it. And again, guys, roles can be reversed, but you weren't trying to be like an asshole or anything. You just met someone who's more in alignment with you. And I think it's kind of an asshole or whatever thing to do to stay in a relationship where you're not happy or where you don't feel alignment. And sometimes, unfortunately, you think you're happy in a relationship until you meet someone else who feels like they're more aligned with you, right? So I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. How do they feel? There's a part of you that feels a bit guilty, like a little bit guilty in the sense that you feel like you betrayed them a little. You know, there is a little bit of energy, because put yourself in that person's shoes. If you were with someone and they broke up with you for someone else, you would feel betrayed, right? So I feel like you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, I did kind of betray them, but like, wouldn't it be worse if I stayed with someone knowing that I don't want that? Like, eventually it's going to end. You just kind of rip the Band-Aid off. So in their feelings, we have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. They feel like you or whoever broke up with them is kind of cold. They're like, damn, that's cold for you, of you to do that, you know? I feel like whoever broke up with this person was extremely direct, but not mean, you know? I also feel like for this person, there's like a lesson here. They're trying to get clarity on what the lesson is, or like understanding. They want clarity. For some of you guys, this third party is going to come back just to try to understand. Like, they want to understand the situation. What's their intention, please? The Ace of Wands. For some of you, they're going to come back trying to make a physical move to reconcile. They want to win whoever broke up with them back over. But the only way they know how to do that is physically, or, you know, trying to impress the person in some way. So for example, Scorpio, say that like you broke up with this person and you just told them like you don't feel like they're mature enough. They're gonna come back and basically try to impress you by showing off something that they think makes them more mature. What's their next action? Are they actually gonna do that? No, but they are going to sit there and overthink and be overwhelmed. I think they're going to stay away. There's a part of them that wants to try to come back. Yeah, the thing is, they don't get it. They're like really confused. For some of you guys as well, I feel like, you know, this person, they're going to keep their distance, Scorpio. But I feel like, again, for this person, it could be like a big lesson for them. So that's what I got. We have Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Gemini here. Maybe I need to start doing more Tuesday readings, you guys. I feel like the energy's different than Saturdays. Guys, give me a moment. I need to go refill my water. All right, Sagittarius, let's get your time stamp. Who is thinking about Sagittarius? Ace of Cups. Okay, somebody likes you. Could be a water sign, Sagittarius. I need to make new signs. I keep saying that. What's your energy towards this person? Hold on, you guys. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. You have interest in this person, Sagittarius. There's Earth sign energy here as well. But there's someone showing up as someone new. You're interested in them. I don't see a ton of emotion here in particular, but I do see that you have interest in them. They treat you good. They treat you good. I feel like they're very generous. You like the attention they give you. This person, like their love language could be gift giving. Okay. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Really feels like the energy here is being reciprocated. Oh yeah, the Lovers. Okay. Well, they're in much more of an emotional place than you are. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing mutual interest between you and this person. I mean, they are definitely wanting to express their feelings to you. The way they express themselves, again, could be a very like acts of service, gift giving, things like that. So they show their love in those kind of ways, okay? They do have emotion for you, but it's like the way that they express it is through like, yeah, acts of service, gift giving, doing things for you, giving you things, showing you a lot of attention. What's the energy between Sagittarius and this person? Feels fairly new, but this person likes you a lot. Okay, we've got the Page of Wands here. You and this person are of like similar age. There's definitely very strong attraction here, curiosity. You're both really interested in each other. Oh, Four of Wands. Okay, Sagittarius, there's a lot of potential in this connection. You're both thinking that this is going to be something really stable. I mean, Four of Wands can indicate marriage, but I don't see that you're like thinking that far ahead because it is something fairly new. However, you're both looking at each other as someone who's like stable, okay? So you're realizing this is a stable partner. This is someone that I can build with. This is someone I can grow with. This is someone who is, you know, mentally stable. I don't know if I'm getting mentally stable. Maybe some of you guys have dated people that were not mentally stable or that made you feel mentally unstable. But this feels more grounded. How do you see them? How do you see this person? The Four of Swords. You see them as someone who is a little bit burnt out, a little bit overwhelmed. For some of you guys, this person could be a little bit withdrawn. What I'm getting here is Sagittarius, this is someone who typically gives you a lot of attention. And sometimes they're giving you less attention here. The reason for that is because they're a little bit like mentally exhausted, a little bit burnt out. See them as the Five of Pentacles. Let me see how they see you. Some of you guys, they haven't like, for some of you guys, this person's really burnt out and they may have like needed a very long rest or sleep, and maybe sometimes you stay up late texting and they never responded to your message and you think they ghosted you. I don't think they ghosted you, to be honest. For some of you guys, this person's like sick right now, or they have like a migraine or something. How do they see you? Because I mean, we have the Lovers and the Ace of Cups here. They're definitely not ghosting you. They see you as their wish fulfillment. They think you're inspiring. They think you're interesting. Why do you see them as the Five of Pentacles? Yeah, they might be sick or something. Am I getting that they're like sick or they're injured or they're burnt out? This person is typically the type of person that does a lot for other people, okay? They might have like a virus, like a stomach bug, yeah. Magician. You see them as the Five of Pentacles, Magician clarifying, because Eight of Wands. They typically reach out to you a lot. They typically communicate all day long. They initiate contact constantly. For some of you guys, this person kind of hasn't been doing that as much. It's not because they're like pulling back or ghosting you or anything. There's something going on with them, okay? There's something going on with them. They may be sick or injured, or they have like a health problem, or again, I'm getting like migraine for some of you, or they're like just really overwhelmed by something. There's something going on with them. They like you. Tell me about the star. Too many cards. Tell me about the star, please. The moon. They also see you as very mysterious, okay? There's stuff about you, Sagittarius, that they don't understand, like they're confused about. You're very mysterious to this person, because it's like you're showing up to them as someone. It's like they want to see the emotional side of you. They feel like you hide your emotions. And I'm seeing a lot of emotion on their side, but yeah, you're right. I don't see a lot of emotion on your side. How do you feel? They know you're like an authentic person, but they feel like you're not emotionally authentic, if that makes sense. Like you hide your emotions. You don't share your emotions. Like you're really authentic in all other aspects of your life, but you're very slow to open up. Some of you guys have like Aquarius in your chart, or a lot of Aquarius in your chart, or maybe you're an Aquarius, but you're like a Sag rising or something. In your feelings, we got the Six of Cups. You like them. You like them a lot, okay? For some of you guys as well, you feel like a strong connection with this person, like you've known them before. There's like a familiarity, almost like a past life energy, or this like, you know, kindred spirits kind of energy. Like there was very fast, you felt an emotional closeness, and maybe for some of you, that kind of intimidated you. So it's not that you don't feel anything, you just are very careful to reveal what you're feeling. For some of you guys, the lack of emotional expression is what's freaking this person out a little. They're kind of overthinking it. And what I'm getting for some of you, if they always initiate contact, they're trying to see how long it would take you to initiate contact. You like them because we got the Hierophant here too. You definitely see this person as potential long-term commitment. You see them as someone who's very traditional as well. They do everything by the book. They're a rule follower. Definitely not a rebel. How do they feel? Seven of Swords. Why? What the heck is going on here, you guys? Oh my gosh, the Tower. Okay, for some of you guys, this person, something happened. What happened? You might not even be aware, but something kind of caught this person off guard, and they may be like wondering if they can like trust you. They found out something. I don't think it's that though. For some of you guys, what it feels like is they're almost like testing you, or they're like trying to be strategic in some way. Again, they're wanting to know, like, if they weren't the one reaching out all the time, how long would it take you to reach out? Some of you guys are like, well, if they're not reaching out, they don't want to talk to me, so I'm not going to reach out. So there's this like weird energy between you. This is strange. I don't know what is going on here. What is their intention? Some of you, they think that like you lied to them about something, or there's like something that you said and something you didn't match up. Something you said and something they saw. Something you said contradicted something else you said. They could have misunderstood something or misread something. But they feel like they don't trust you for some reason. It almost feels like they're not talking to you right now because they're trying to avoid like drama, but I don't know what the drama is. Their intention is the Seven of Pentacles. They're contemplating, they're waiting to see what happens. They're hesitating. Tell me more. They're seeking some kind of clarity. Okay, so what I'm getting, Sag, is that this person has some sort of like idea or information or something that they don't know how to like bring up to you. But it's something that's like got them really overthinking, okay? I don't know if they found something out or if they've come to some conclusion in their head, or they, you know, talk to a friend about it or talk to ChatGPT, and I don't know, but their whole perspective of everything kind of like shifted, and they don't know like what something got in this person's head. They do, in their intention, I feel like they do want to talk to you and gain some sort of clarity, but they don't want it to be like they don't want it to turn to a fight, or they don't want it to be like this big dramatic situation. So they are kind of trying to avoid things getting out of hand here, but they don't know how to approach the situation. Of course, I got a good reading and then it turns on me. The Eight of Swords is their next action. So I feel like they feel stuck. They feel stuck and they're like overthinking, okay? They're overthinking whatever it is that something got them in their damn head. What got them in their head, please? What got this person in their head? Their family. Their family. This person's family got in their head or something here. Their parents, a sibling, someone got in their head. What the heck? Okay, so they're just torn because they want to confront you. Again, you might not even have even done anything wrong, Sagittarius. They may have like talked to their family and their family, I don't know, put some idea in their head or been like, oh, well, you said this and this about Sagittarius, so they're probably using you, or they're probably, I don't know, whatever, they put some ideas in their head. Probably because Sag, they're showing up initially in their reading as being super generous and like giving. Maybe they have a lot of money, they come from a wealthy family, and so their family was like, oh, Sag, like, this person's just using you, or like, you know, why are you giving them so much? Don't give them so much right away because they're just using you. I don't know, it feels like something like that. At least it makes sense now. What's the outcome? Their family got in their head. Knight of Wands. Okay. They still want to explore the relationship. Okay. They want to explore the relationship. But I don't know when they're coming back, Sag. Maybe you need to reach out to them. But honestly, it feels like there is still potential here. But they're in their head. At least they want the truth from you. At least they want to like talk to you. They're not really making an assumption about you based on this, but they are in their head about it. Because think, like, they just met you, but their family they've known forever, and if they trust their family, of course they're going to take their opinions into consideration, right? So I feel like they're just thinking, they're like overthinking a lot. But their family kind of sabotaged this. And how do you tell someone, hey, my family thinks you're a gold digger? Like, you know what I mean, Sag? It's almost like there's something that they're trying to figure out, like how to like find out indirectly. Like, they don't want to bring it up in a conversation because how do you bring that up? So they're going to see, well, what if I don't give Sagittarius anything for a little while? How are they going to react, you know? But that also seems weird to you because their behavior switched up, right? So yeah, it's not that they don't like you anymore, Sag. It's honestly that someone got in their head about, they're just a generous person, but you know, maybe their family's just like, oh, like, stop giving to this person because they're using you. That's the vibe I'm getting. So that's what I got. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Aquarius here. Definitely got some interesting readings today. Stick around to the end, guys. We're going to do their sign and the hidden truth for all of the signs. And next week, I am going to be starting to post the September readings. I did do Leo already. You can go back in the video or you can wait till it's done and I'll put the timestamps in the comment section. Next is Capricorn. Where are my Capricorns? 1 second, guys. Just gonna drink some water here. All right. Oh, let me get your timestamp. on, guys. Okay. Who's thinking about Capricorn, please? Who is, oh, we got, oh gosh, okay. So we got the Seven of Cups here, Capricorn. Somebody is, let me get a clarifier on it. Somebody's definitely over-analyzing a situation here between you and them. They're not seeing the situation clearly. Or whatever's going on in their mind, their emotions are clouding it. Okay, their emotions are clouding their ability to think clearly. Somebody is romanticizing the connection about you or connection with you. For some of you guys as well, there's someone who's like fantasizing about being with you. What's your energy towards this person? We got the Ace of Swords. Okay. So this could be someone new you're talking to. Tell me more, please. You're very clear, and you guys are absolutely on opposite kind of ends of the spectrum here, because this person is like very clouded in their thinking, and you're very clear in your thinking. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords, please. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So there's definitely a connection here, Capricorn. What I'm getting is that you met somebody and it feels fated, okay? It feels almost like fated or destined, or especially the way you met. I feel like the way you and this person met, there was like so many synchronicities leading up to it, or so many signs. One sec. Okay, what's the energy between you? What's the energy between this person and Capricorn, please? The Justice card. Okay, there's some sort of karmic energy here. Keep in mind, guys, karmic isn't always a bad thing. You could have some type of soul contract with this person, Capricorn. It does feel like the energy between you is quite balanced, but the funny thing is, you're like on one end of the scale and they're on a different freaking scale, okay? Because this person's very in their emotions and you're very much in your mind. I feel like you understand something that's going on here. Like, you see the signs and synchronicities and certain like series of events that happen, and you're like, okay, there's some reason why this person's brought into my life. I don't know yet, but let's see what happens. And this person, they don't really understand any of that. They're just like feeling a little emotionally overwhelmed. They don't know either why this connection has been brought into their life, but in their case, they're kind of overthinking it and overanalyzing it and creating all these scenarios, and you're just like, okay, let me figure out why. So you're here with a clear mind, and they're kind of just spending a lot of mental energy to get a whole lot of nothing. But it's a lot of like emotional fantasizing too as well. I just feel like this person's like, oh boy, I found my person. We're going to be together. We're going to go on dates. We're going to get married. Tell me about the Justice card. Libra energy here, fixed sign energy. Oh boy. Oh boy, Capricorn. Okay, Seven of Swords is the energy between you. Fear not, Capricorn. This is just telling me that neither of you really trust the connection yet. It feels like the energy between you and this person, again, there's something like there's a lot of synchronicity, but if you're experienced enough in the karmic lessons, you understand that synchronicity can be a good thing or a bad thing. When you don't have a lot of experience, you see synchronicity and you're like, oh boy, there's so much synchronicity here. This probably means that me and this person are soulmates and we're meant to be. Once you have a little more experience, you start to realize that the synchronicity, sometimes the universe makes the energy between you and someone so intense, and there's so much synchronicity, because if you were not this drawn to that person, you would not stick around long enough to learn the lesson that you need to learn. And sometimes, in some cases, it can be a pretty harsh lesson. So you're looking at it like that. You're like, okay, let me get clarity and figure out what the hell this is. They don't know that yet. So they're just kind of caught up in the fantasy energy, but they also have this kind of like, I don't trust this yet. How do you how do you see them? Sorry guys, flipped to thought. More karmic energy. All right, I'm gonna take this one because it came out face up, but we got the Judgment card here. So again, Capricorn, you know, you're ruled by Saturn. You've been through lessons your whole damn life. You are quite aware of what this may or may not be, okay? So again, you do feel like this was some sort of connection that feels significant in some way. You just don't know why yet, okay? So you're like, all right, the universe brought this connection to me for a reason. Let me figure out why. Tell me more about the Judgment card. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, you want to figure it out. You're trying to not like be in your head about this. Some of you guys are, you know this person is in their head though. You know they're in their head. But you guys are essentially trying to get out of your head and not make any assumptions. You just are trying to like see things for what they are, get some clarity. But there is like some confusion around this. How do they see you? How does this person see Capricorn, please? All right, it's Capricorn. So they see you as the King of Wands and the Nine of Cups. You definitely have this very strong kind of presence, this magnetism about you. Capricorn, I feel like you're someone who's been through like a lot of lessons, and so you are very like aware of the way that things operate in the spiritual world. They see you as someone who's extremely content and happy with yourself, like emotionally, you're very emotionally secure. I don't want to assume this person isn't, but judging by the first two cards that came out, I do feel like they don't have, like they're not grounded emotionally. They're not grounded emotionally because they're already getting all caught up in this analysis paralysis. I mean, this could be a lesson because you two are very different. You might be here to teach them something. Maybe they're here. I think in the end of the day, people come into each other's lives. So like you can learn something from every relationship, but sometimes the lesson is more important for one person than the other. And those of you who have been through the healing and the spiritual growth and the awakening, understand that the more evolved you become, the more often or not you get brought into people's lives to be the lesson, especially as a Capricorns. Oftentimes you end up being karma for other people. The universe just likes to, you know, use you as karma for everyone. All right, how do you feel? We got the Four of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. You're very protective of yourself. You know that you can't get all caught up in this. You need to go into this very cautiously and definitely protect your energy here. I feel like you are very much protective of your emotions, your feelings, just generally you're showing up in your feelings as like you're emotionally kind of closed off, at least for the time being. You're feeling like you need to protect yourself, which is understandable. I feel like I'm talking to some very evolved Capricorns. So you're just really protective. How do they feel? You're just not allowing yourself to get all caught up in the emotional side of things until you kind of get a little more clarity on what this is for, what this is about, you know? They're very emotional, so that tells me you're probably more of a lesson to them than they are to you, but that doesn't mean you can't learn anything from this. And also, again, I have 6 Capricorn placements, you guys, so this is why I can relate with you so much. And the more evolved you get, the more you're just like, oh, okay, I've been brought here to be a lesson for someone else. And you kind of just like have this realization that you get to be part of other people's growth. And so you're not so mad about it. You know, you're just like, okay, you know, I'm going to help this person like grow or evolve or have some sort of breakthrough. It's kind of like, you feel kind of honored that like Saturn's like, hey, you are worthy enough to be a lesson. Here you go. I was really mad at first when I started noticing that I was being used to teach other people lessons. I was livid, you guys. I was like, I hate this. Like, stop using me to be lesson to other people. Now I'm almost at the point where I'm like, you know what? if it's gonna help them grow, I guess the problem is sometimes it doesn't help them grow. Sometimes they don't grow and they just like get mad at you or like see you as the villain because they don't see the lesson. Anyway, back to your reading. Their feelings are the Four of Wands. Capricorn, this person is fallen way too in love with you. They're already thinking about the long term, Capricorn. You're definitely a lesson for this person. They already got commitment on their mind. What is their intention? So this is hilarious because they're trying to not be emotional, but they can't help it. So you know where I think this person is in their journey or their path or their process is that they kind of already learned this lesson that they shouldn't get emotionally attached too quickly, but they haven't quite integrated it yet. And you know how sometimes you need to go through like several relationships or maybe the same lesson over and over in a single relationship to kind of learn. So it's like this person's aware that they're supposed to be detached, but they're not. They're still getting swept away in their emotions. So look, they got the World here as well. I think they're kind of aware of like the lesson here that they're supposed to be learning, and they're trying. I genuinely feel like this is like the middle part, you know, when you start getting attached to people too quickly and then they hurt you and it like has to hurt you bad enough to wake you up. They've already been through that. So now they're in the part of their journey with you that they're with someone who's more evolved, but they're still not in alignment with that yet. So it's like you're going to end up walking away from them, but it's not going to be in a hurtful way. It's just going to be in a way where it kind of like reiterates the lesson for them, if that makes sense. Their next action is the Six of Cups and the Hierophant. It's like they know that they're not supposed to do this, and yet they're literally doing the thing. But, you know, we can't judge them. We can't judge anyone, Capricorn. We've all been there. We've all been there. I can't say shit. It took me like 5 years to learn one freaking lesson about, like, you know, what I am accepting shitty behavior from people, right? So I'm never judging anyone. Like, this shit's really hard, and the fact that they're where they are tells me that they have done a lot of work. But, you know, we all have lessons that we still need to learn. I'm going through lessons right now, especially during the damn eclipse season. But they're way too, like, in over their head with this. They feel like you're their soulmate. They want to marry you. It's like this whole thing. What's the outcome? Outcome for Capricorn this week. We got, oh boy, Strength and the Tower. This is like, it's not funny, but it is. Basically, you're going to have to, like, you're going to realize that this isn't in alignment with you. And when you end it, it is kind of going to be devastating for them, but I feel like you're doing it in a very gentle way where, you know, you're not trying to hurt them, but they're still going to have this, not reaction to you, but they are still going to have this kind of emotional reaction because that's what they're used to. So, all right. That's what I got. We got Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, strong Taurus, strong Leo, and Libra and Sagittarius. Oh, guys, I don't want to rush through anything. I am getting a little mentally tired. I have been doing readings all damn day. I actually was just going to try to make this a bit of a shorter live stream, but the messages got so intense that I'm like, I can't just like not give the messages, you know? I don't know. We got 2 more signs left. I'll be fine. Alrighty, we have Aquarius next. Just give me a couple seconds to take a little break just from like talking and thinking. All right, guys. I can't take too long, otherwise my brain's gonna fully shut down. I was already feeling a little bit like mentally scattered when I finished doing like my last reading for the day. But I did take like a couple, like an hour or two break. I had some food, and then I'm like, okay, I think I can do the live stream. This is the only time this week I have to do it, so let's do it. Aquarius, let's get your timestamp. Underdog Tarot. Oh, I'm so honored another tarot reader's watching me. Hello. Okay. I think I don't even know if these timestamps are right, guys. My brain is fried right now. I don't know if fried is the right word. Hello, Aquarius. How's everyone doing during eclipse season? As an Aquarius, I have been going through a roller coaster of everything. Who's thinking about Aquarius? But I'm curious, to my other Aquariuses, how are you? What's going on with you guys in eclipse season? Let me know in the comments, because I'm curious if it's as intense as it is for me. I do also have the Aquarius North Node, though, so maybe that's why. All right, the person thinking about you, we got Sagittarius energy here. Someone's trying to move on from you, but they're trying to move on without healing. All right, what's your energy towards this person? Or for some of you guys, it's like someone doesn't want to heal the relationship. Yeah, this is something that's over. You're like detached from this, Aquarius. You may have cut this person off, okay? So they're being kind of like forced to move on, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to, okay? They don't want to move on. They are moving on, but they're trying to like bypass the healing part of it. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Why are you the Queen of Swords, Aquarius? Can I just get one? One card for the clarifier, please, for Aquarius. And oh, you are done. For some of you guys, you feel like this relationship was too difficult, or that somebody betrayed you in some way, okay? Yeah, you know what though? You guys like are master detachers, so you are just like, when you're done, you're done. You just like cut this person off. You probably like blocked, deleted them. You're just done. But yeah, this person's essentially trying to like move on from this and calm down. They're a little like rattled, but they're feeling really out of balance, and they're not really doing what they need to do to heal. All right, what's the energy between you and this person? Sorry guys, I just dropped a whole bunch of cards on my lap here. Let me just get this together. What's the energy between Aquarius and this person, please? Four of Pentacles, okay. Well, you're both showing up as very stubborn here. You're either, I feel like for you, in your case, Aquarius, you're kind of like holding on to something here. Like you're detached, but there is something you're kind of holding on to. You may still just be angry. Like if something just ended, of course you're going through the emotions, right? But I feel like you go through the motions and then you let them go. This person is holding a grudge against you for sure, but they're also still holding on to you because they're not healing, okay? They're not healing. Tell me more. A lot of the readings had like similar themes today. All right, we have, okay, this is interesting. I got two cards here. I'm going to take them. We have a Justice in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the situation between you guys feels unfair to both of you. Both of you feel like the other one treated you unfairly in some way. And both of you feel, you don't feel like this is a missed opportunity. You actually feel like you dodged a bullet is what I'm getting. Yeah, there's like it's a weird energy in this reading. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just because I'm getting tired. How do you see this person, Aquarius? Try my best here, Aquarius. I've been reading for hours. We have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So this was something fairly new. You do see this person as someone who potentially wanted some sort of stability. You see them as a liar, though. They weren't being honest about something. Whatever they were offering you, there was something that they weren't telling you. It was some like information they were leaving out. You also see them as someone who has very unclear thinking and refuses to see the truth. Like they refuse to see the truth. So they don't want to see the truth about something, or they can't understand like your truth potentially. There's like a lot of miscommunication here as well, Aquarius. You guys may have like, they may have tried to like offer something that you, maybe for some of you, you might have told someone that you're like not interested in them that way, and they didn't, like they didn't hear you. There's something about like miscommunication, misconstrued information, or them refusing to believe the truth. They also lack focus. How do they see you? And yeah, for some of you, they could have been like they could have like lied about something, or they didn't like give you all the information, or they didn't like tell you the whole truth, or something about information. They see you as the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me more. And the Page of Cups. Okay, what I'm getting, Aquarius, is almost like this energy of you, they see you as like breadcrumbing them in some way, but that you're like trying to be sweet about it. They see you as like you were trying to slowly like pull away or breadcrumb your energy, but that you were still like flirty, or you were still like acting sweet and innocent with them. I don't know. There's something weird about the way you and this person perceive each other. Like, maybe not you. I don't know. Maybe you too. But I feel like you guys are pretty clear in your thinking. It more feels like they're on their side. But the energy between you is a little bit weird as well. Whatever happened here, Aquarius, it feels like you're both trying to like justify it from your side, but neither of you could see eye to eye here. But the way they're seeing you kind of looks to me like you pulled your energy away, but you were still trying to act like innocent. Like they think that you were doing something on purpose, but trying to act innocent. How do you feel? This is a strange read. This whole live has felt like really strange readings, but the energy is definitely different. I think sometimes if I don't do the reading one week and then I come back, it's like there's a bigger shift, but I also think it could have been the eclipse. Tell me about Aquarius's feelings. You think they were like not loyal to you. They weren't loyal to you, Aquarius. What happened here? Why is half my deck upside down? Gosh. All right. Your feelings are that you don't want anything to do with this person. They were not loyal to you. You're protecting yourself against them, okay? For some of you as well, again, I'm kind of getting this, please take what resonates, but I'm kind of getting this, you were open to seeing where something went with someone, but you did not guarantee to them that this would lead to a commitment, and they kind of made a bunch of assumptions in their mind and then got mad at you and acted like you led them on. That sounds like a them problem. How do they feel? Oof. They were really caught off guard when you cut them off, Aquarius. They were very surprised that you blocked them. They did not expect that. You know what it feels like though? It feels like for some of you guys, you tried to like let them down. Or sorry guys, hold on one sec. Sorry, my roommate needed to ask me something. Okay, so for some of you, crap, I lost my train of thought. It feels like you tried to like tell this person like, hey, like you tried to be honest, you tried to be like nice and honest and clear with them, but they weren't getting the hint. So then you're just like, you know what, fuck you. Like, I'm done. I don't have to do this. I'm gonna, classic Aquarius. They feel like you think you're better than them, or that you, I don't know. Wow. They're a little intimidated by you. You kind of caught them off guard that they, that you did that, Aquarius. They also, Yeah, they're a little intimidated by you. But then they also feel like you have this kind of attitude problem. What's going on here? Okay, what is this person's intention? The Two of Cups, okay. Hangman. So I'm feeling like this person is wanting to end things on good terms with you, but they're also feeling kind of stuck. The thing is, once they realize that they're not healing, they may try to heal the connection with you, but it's not going anywhere. What's their next action? Yeah, they're gonna reach out though. Maybe Ace of Wands. I do see them trying to reach out to you. Yep. They're reaching out. Tell me more. Page of Wands. Yeah, they're gonna get curious. This is someone who's curious about you and wants to reach out. Okay, but you don't want to go in that direction anymore. You're done. You are done, Aquarius. We got Cancer here. We have Scorpio. We have Sagittarius. We have Libra, Taurus. Poor Pisces, because my brain is getting tired, but we're gonna power through, you guys. We're gonna power through. We're gonna power through, Aquarius and Pisces, I mean. All right, Pisces. All right, gotta amp up the energy here. Let me give these a good shuffle. And after this, we're gonna do their sign and the hidden truth for all of the signs. And I will put the timestamps in the comments down below, you guys. However, if I made mistakes on the timestamps, please don't yell at me. My brain is tired. I've also just been going through a lot of stuff, so. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's get Pisces timestamp. 202. Okay. Who's thinking about Pisces? Who is thinking about Pisces? Someone you ended a connection with, or someone who there's been an ending with, maybe they ended it with you, wants to reach out to you, Pisces. There's someone who's planning how to re-enter your life or say something to you. This Two of Wands always gives me that vibe of like someone who's in their notes app, like typing and deleting messages and, you know, coming up with a whole script or like a draft of like what to say to you. You know, it's not like a sudden or impulsive reach out. It's like they've been planning this. What's your energy towards this person? We got Scorpio here. This person was like a burden to you. This person just caused so much stress in your life, Pisces, so much heavy energy. And I feel like you're still trying to release this energy. Tell me more about the 10 of Wands, please. You're still trying to release this energy. Justice in reverse. Yeah, this person made you feel out of balance. You're trying to like recalibrate yourself, Pisces. And, you know, your energy towards them being justice in reverse is telling me that you feel as if the way that things happened with you and this person, that it was not fair. Like you were treated unfairly. For some of you, it's the way things ended felt unfair to you. Okay? Or just the whole situation in general just feels unfair and made you feel really out of balance. And yeah. For some of you guys as well, it's like when you found out the truth about something, that's when it ended. Or some of you guys have this weight because you feel like you'll never know the truth about something. What is the energy between you and this person? We got Libra and Scorpio here. Pisces, I feel like this person's going to get their karma, so don't worry. Because for some of you guys, they ended it with you, but now they want you back, and you're not going to take them back. The energy between you is the Tower and the Ace of Wands. So yeah, things ended like really dramatic and chaotic here. There was like a very dramatic ending, okay? Very dramatic ending. Things got way, way out of hand. I feel like you guys had a lot of anxiety with how things ended. Like whatever happened between you was very explosive, very like emotionally charged, and it had you like shaking, like physically shaking. So I feel in my body, you know, when you're like upset or anxious or like angry and you're not actually shaking, but you feel like you're shaking because there's just so much adrenaline going through you. I feel like that is what you felt when this ended, and it was so traumatizing for you. And maybe traumatizing is a bit of a reach, but it definitely really like affected you in a really heavy way, and you're still carrying some of this energy. You still haven't quite brought yourself back into balance yet. You know what kept you and this person together despite how hard this relationship was? Is that the chemistry between you was really good. So it was probably really stressful for a long time. But you know when you're like with someone and the sex is really good? That was kind of what was keeping you there, Pisces. You guys had this crazy chemistry. But you had an eventual breakthrough that it's like, it's not worth it to feel this, be in this constant state of like anxiety and stress just to have like some good sex. Because what the good sex is relieving the stress. What stress? The stress that they caused you? How do you see this person? Also, you guys, I feel like you guys like did it a lot. And so there was a really strong like energetic cord between you because, you know, sex is a energy exchange. So there was a lot of that. So some of you guys may benefit from a cord cutting. Okay, so how you saw this person, we had the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. You did see this person as someone who you thought you'd be with for the long term. They were very generous to you. For some of you guys as well, it's like they caused you a lot of problems, but they tried to make up for it by doing other things for you. So for a while, you kind of were like, okay, well, they stress me out, but then they also like do all these things for me. So it kind of balances out. But eventually it didn't. Eventually there was more stress than, you know, positive things happening. I feel like, Pisces, you might be wondering about this person. You might be wondering if they're like giving to another situation. But yeah, it's almost like they tried to justify their bad behavior by doing something good. So it's like, oh, well, you can't get mad at me for this because I'm doing this for you. So, you know, I don't know. It's almost like they're like, well, if you receive and accept this thing from me, then you can't stay mad at me about this other thing. That seems very manipulative though. How do they see you? Yeah, it's not sitting right with me, Pisces. I was in a relationship like that once. It's not worth the emotional stress. Like, it's not worth the emotional stress because they do other things for you, right? They see you as the Empress. Oof, now they realize what they're missing. Okay, so Pisces, this person actually holds you in very high regard, okay? They see you as someone who is very strong, very resilient. And when I tell you this, some of you guys know this already, some of you don't. They were trying to break that down in you. They're trying to break that down. That's why they caused you so much stress, because they saw your strength and they wanted to know what would it take to make you crack. Wow. People that do that shit are honestly like so deranged and twisted. They're also very damaged themselves because they are so weak inside that when they see someone who has so much strength and resilience, they don't understand it. They don't understand it and they feel inferior. They literally felt inferior to you, but they had to try to make you feel that way on the outside. But when I tell you, Pisces, on the inside, this person, they saw you way above them, but they were angry because they're like, well, why does Pisces deserve to, you know, feel so good about themselves and feel so good about their life? This is like very narcissistic freaking behavior, you guys. Oh my God. It's like the constant like lift you up, knock you down, lift you up, knock you down. Oof. I think you guys, that's why you're so out of balance. And I think you guys are kind of realizing this as you're processing it. How do you feel? Very betrayed. So on one hand, Pisces, the difficult situation is over, but Now you need to process it from this, and now you need to heal from it. And you feel like this person kind of took your power, but Pisces, they didn't. They tried to. But if you understood how weak this person actually was, you would realize that they can't take your power, because they actually recognize how powerful you were. They just didn't want you to believe it. But you'll get it back, Pisces. You'll get it back. How do they feel? They're trying to stay grounded. They want you back. You were the most stable thing in their life, but they will never admit it. So how do they think they're going to get you back? That's my question. How the hell do they think they're going to get you back? What is their intention? Okay. We got the 3 of Wands, a star. They're going to try, well, their intention is to try to heal. Be very careful, Pisces. This is the type of person who will come to you and play the victim and try to give you their sob story and try to make you feel sorry for them, and then yap on about how much they want to heal the situation between you and try to like manipulate you back into their, bullshit. Their next action is the moon, create illusions, and get you back in the karmic cycle. Oh gosh, Pisces. This reading is giving me like flashbacks. This is like so relatable. I am a Pisces rising, but this person is long gone from my life. So yeah, they're going to try to create some sort of illusion that they've changed, but they actually haven't. And they're really just trying to get you back in the cycle. What's the outcome here? Them coming in with another offer. See, again, they're going to try to give you something or do something for you or try to feel useful in some way. And the only reason they ever did all these things for you is because to them, that was the only reason that was the only value they saw in themselves. The only way they felt worthy is by doing stuff, because they had no actual worth within them. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancer, strong Aquarius here. We have Aries, we have strong Scorpio. I missed someone. Libra, Taurus, Libra, strong Leo, strong Scorpio, strong Taurus. Hot damn, you guys. I'm going to turn my brain off after this. Joke, I'm an Aquarius. I can't turn my brain off. All right. Let's get into your their sign reading. Let me get your timestamp. We did a long one today. That was not my intention. I really wanted to do a short reading and did the opposite. All right. If you guys like this reading or resonated with it in any way, please let me know by hitting the like button and or commenting on it, as it helps me know that I'm aligned with your energy, and also is a free and easy way to support the channel. So I also appreciate all of you who do consistently support the channel. Very, very grateful for you. All right, let's see. For those of you dealing with an Aries, collective, dealing with an Aries, we have the Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands. Okay, the Aries wants to tell you how attracted they are to you. Okay, they're gonna be very honest with you about how attractive you are. Okay, how much you like turn them on. The Taurus is interested in you, but they're held back. The Gemini is walking away, and they're just completely walking away and avoiding you. The Cancer, they like you, but they're hesitant because they also feel like they need to be single right now. The Leo, they're gonna take a risk and offer you a commitment. There's an ending with a Virgo, but you're not gonna have any clarity as to why. The Libra, they're trying to come up with the strength to tell you they love you. The Scorpio, they like you a lot, and they have a lot of respect for the fact that you have boundaries and you know your worth. The Sagittarius is super confused in their head trying to make a decision. They're just going back and forth. The Capricorns, really attracted to you. They're like sexually fantasizing about you. They, Aquarius, they can't stop thinking about you. They're trying to distract themselves, but it's not working. And the Pisces, they are really bummed out about the fact that it didn't work between you because they thought you would be very good together. We're going to do the hidden truth next. All right. Timestamps will be in the comment section. Hopefully I got them accurate this time. All right, if you're dealing with an Aries, you know why they're not accurate is because the time on the live stream is different from the time on the video. So I have to do math. Okay. If you're dealing with an Aries, what does Aries want to say to my collective? They can't stop thinking about you because they can be themselves with you. The Taurus is not over you. They feel inspired by you. The Gemini misses being with you. You speak to them through music. The Cancer can't get enough of you. They miss hearing your voice. The Leo feels like you and them were too young. They couldn't let you get close to them. The Virgo feels so drawn to you. It's time for them to heal now. The Libra, so many things remind them of you. Their life is not as together as it seems. The Scorpio saved your texts and messages. They have trouble with intimacy. The Sagittarius daydreams about a life with you. They do love you. The Capricorn feels let down by you. They're afraid to contact you. The Aquarius left you before you could leave them. They wish they could share their good news with you. And the Pisces doesn't know what happened and they don't know how to feel about it. All right, you guys, I gotta get off here because I am tired, man. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everyone who stuck around till the end. Thank you, everyone who hit the like button. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. Also, September readings going up next week, starting to go up next week, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.